When Siri launched, it introduced the world to voice computing. But over the last decade, while large language models rewrote the rules of software, Apple's assistant settled into a much smaller role, setting kitchen timers. Early voice assistants relied on rigid, pre-programmed command trees. They could only execute tasks they were explicitly coded to recognize, falling entirely behind the fluid, generative reasoning that powers modern AI. This stagnation leaves us with an agency deficit. We carry highly advanced computers, yet you are still the one manually opening apps, tapping buttons, and swiping through screens to execute 90% of your daily tasks. The smartphone remains a passive piece of glass, waiting for your physical input, rather than an active agent capable of operating itself. Apple Intelligence is rolling out right now, but these early features are essentially the plumbing. They establish a baseline, not a finished product. The actual internal target driving Cupertino's roadmap is WWDC 2026. This event is engineered to deliver a complete structural replacement of the operating system. By 2026, Apple will deploy 5 major architectural upgrades designed to mechanically convert the iPhone into a fully autonomous digital agent. Deconstructing these 5 upgrades reveals a meticulous master plan designed to change how we interact with software entirely. To build that agent, you have to start with the foundation. Upgrades 1 and 2, deep LLM integration and persistent memory. Standard voice assistants suffer from a fatal flaw. They treat every command as an isolated event. The moment a task finishes, the context is dumped, forcing you to explain your entire thought process from scratch every single time. Apple is replacing that amnesia with conversational continuity. The 2026 system will maintain a continuous context window, linking a request you made 20 minutes ago directly to the command you are giving right now. This means you stop talking to your phone like a programmer. You won't have to specify exact file names or addresses. You can simply say, "Take that and move it over there," and the system tracks exactly what that and there refer to. Memory is the absolute prerequisite for agency. Without it, an AI cannot execute the complex, multi-step workflows that humans do naturally. Once the system can remember, it needs sensory input, bringing us to upgrade 3, on-screen awareness. This works through semantic screen parsing. The AI constantly reads the active display architecture. When you tell it to add this address to John's contact, it understands the text blocks and visual layout directly in front of it. Seeing the screen leads directly to the execution phase. Upgrade 4, App Intense and Cross-App Agency, the hands of the system. In the past, the best Siri could do was open a third-party app for you. The 2026 system will take actions inside those third-party apps on your behalf. You could receive an email with project notes and simply tell Siri to format the action items and drop them into the design team's Slack channel. The system extracts the data, reformats it, and executes the pace invisibly. Combining screen awareness with cross-app control removes the walls between your applications. Siri becomes a universal remote for the entire operating system. To run an agent with OS-level access, you need infrastructure capable of securing it. That is upgrade 5, private cloud compute. Complex AI workflows demand massive server power, creating a severe dilemma. Routing all your personal data through server farms introduces heavy latency and immense privacy risks. Apple's solution splits the computational load. Maximum processing is forced onto the local silicon of your device. When a task requires more power, the overflow is routed to Apple-owned, cryptographically sealed servers. This hybrid architecture achieves real-time, high-level AI agency while maintaining the absolute trust required to give a digital assistant full access to your life. When you combine persistent memory, screen awareness, cross-app control, and private cloud compute, Siri functions as the primary interface layer. Because the OS now manages the eyes and hands of every interaction, the traditional app grid loses its utility. When software tools are surfaced dynamically by voice, the need for a manual menu of icons begins to disappear. The iPhone now functions as an active, personalized digital surrogate that anticipates needs based on its internal memory thread. From a corporate strategy perspective, this technological leap is about protecting Apple's core business model. This deep integration builds a massive technical barrier to switching devices. An AI that knows your past requests and handles your app-to-app data is difficult to replace. Competitors are launching standalone AI pins, and Android manufacturers are pushing their own generative models. But leaving Apple hardware would mean abandoning an assistant that already understands how your entire digital life connects. The 2026 overhaul is how Apple secures its ecosystem for the next decade, ensuring that switching hardware means losing years of accumulated digital intelligence.